I'm fucking back, bitches!
Oh no.
Oh, this is a thing now. I'm definitely don't fucking oh no me. I'm definitely Thank you. Thank you for everything that has just happened to me. That was my beer, you prick!
Let the nipple man have it.
Right, that is definitely, thank you. That is definitely going to be my fucking opening.
Oh no.
Sonic, what was my idea?
Sonic Reboot.
Yes, thank you.
Hang on. Sonic Reboot.
Put a t-shirt on.
No.
I'm gonna hold up my other boot. Sonic Reboot.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
shit.
You. Terrible. Right, okay, so none of you have ever played a Sonic game.
Fuck off. I have.
Okay.
Only with you.
None of you.
Sonic racing.
None of you are aware there is a plot to Sonic.
I am. I've known you for so long.
What the fuck is the plot then?
They grow up and Eggman's bad.
Eggman's bad. I'm aware there is a
No,
just
there's
don't know what
Chaos
it is.
Emeralds.
Yeah.
There's Chaos Emeralds and something about
Okay, so I'm
there
going to
being
school
chaos.
you on like a little bit.
School us.
School you.
Give me the education.
I'm going to school you and then I'm going to unschool you and then I'm going to look like a massive fucking nerd on YouTube. Are we all good?
This is like when they tried to redo maths, isn't it?
Yes, but
Alright, teach
better,
me some
and
maths.
Not like they have.
What's the long division of Sonic?
Speed equals blue man squared.
Yeah.
Just had to remake
Speed
Sonic
equals
twice.
speed mouse.
Speed mouse.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the entire plot of each game, as it were, and then going to rewrite it, and you're going to tell me how fucking...
Do it quick, give it bullet points.
No, and then you're going to tell me how little sex I'm going to have for the next 6 months of my life, okay?
I can tell you that now. If
Yeah, I can already give you
Yeah.
a rough guess on that one.
Good, because it's none.
Yeah. That was
Well,
what I was
one.
going for.
Most accurate
Right,
you've
okay.
ever seen.
Going to start off with Sonic 1. You know what you said earlier about how they grow up and Eggman's bad?
Yes.
It's just the last bit of that.
Eggman's bad. They never grow up.
Orange Man.
That's it. Yeah, essentially that. It's essentially Trump.
But he's an.
Holy shit! Eggman is Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, that. But less
So
complicated.
who's Sonic then as a political figure?
Bernie.
Tulsi Gabbard or right?
What's her face? Greta Thunberg.
How dare you!
This is all wrong.
Right. Okay. So that's basically the plot to Sonic 1. We got it. In fact, that works so well because he's an environmentalist. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite it. So we're going to grab Eggman's dad.
What's his name? Senior Egg?
Eggman Senior.
Man, senior.
Gerald.
Senior Gerald Egg!
He's just Chicken Man because he's fully grown.
Oh my god!
It's fucking
Not an egg anymore.
Okay. So it's Jared.
So the chicken is the beginning.
Jesus Christ! I thought this would be easier with more people.
You got that wrong, you son of a bitch!
You've got a shirtless Jamie drinking beer. How did you think this would be easy?
Thank you.
Then again, shirtless Jamie drinking beer is quite easy.
I'm holding my balls right now.
He's already preparing himself for later.
How does he fucking do this? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it. So instead you have Gerald, Eggman's dad, whose surname is Robotnik.
Oh!
Yeah.
I know that name.
Yeah, you know that name because it's the surname.
Yeah. So his first name is Egg?
No, his
Egg robot.
his first name's Ivo.
Why the fuck does Egg come into it then?
That's what his name was in Japan, and then the English thing, they're like, oh, you know what? He keeps calling him
Robotnik
Egg.
is too hard to spell. Call him Egg.
No.
It's just like the idea that Eggman just wouldn't really resonate in the Western world.
The thing is, it does. Eventually, they will sit there and they start calling him Eggman in one of the games. What the fuck are you doing? He's taking off his trousers. Yeah, eventually they start bullying him, calling him Eggman. By the next game, he's just given up and started calling himself that. It's just a bit of self-defeat.
What's his company name?
Eggman Incorporated.
Oh.
Anyway, Sonic 1!
Sonic 1!
Right, we're gonna drag Eggman's dad and make him the villain.
Sorry, can I have
Okay.
that?
Thank you. Gonna make him the villain. We're gonna grab Eggman's dad and make him the villain.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna grab someone from the comics, because I am a full-on virgin at this point.
We know.
I'm
I've seen your hymen.
Tell me.
You're looking at me hoping that I'll change that. Like, it's like, please help
I
me.
see
It's
you looking
grown
at
back.
this, look.
It's grown back. I don't know what to do.
It's the sequel.
Yeah, we're gonna grab one.
Virginity 2 Electric Boogaloo. Sorry.
We're gonna grab his uncle from the comics,
Uncle. Oh, okay.
and essentially, Eggman, Daddy Eggman. No, don't say that.
Daddy Egg. Egg Daddy.
Daddy
Eggman.
Daddy Eggman is gonna kidnap his uncle, hold him at gunpoint, and get experiments done on Sonic, making him really fast, and then bang, kill the uncle.
Okay.
That's basically the first game done.
Okay.
This is a Sonic game. You don't need to make the plot that complicated till later.
So you're basically just running around collecting rings, right?
Yeah. Like, for the first one, that's all you have to do.
What are the rings?
They're portals.
I like the idea
Fuck.
that the rings are actually a metaphor for Sonic's insatiable lust for homosexual sex.
Yeah.
Running around collecting rings. at
Running
high speed.
for the hole.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like I run for president.
he doesn't really run through them that many times. Like, not in
Well,
like I
you-
imagine.
No, but at that speed, I imagine once is enough.
Light speed anal.
Fuck! No. Yes.
Okay, so Sonic
It's like
2.
Just about to enter and it's like, punch it, Chewie.
Does it fail afterwards like it normally does?
Insert clip of surprised Chewie.
Anyway, in the first game, we're gonna take it next to the next character,
Okay.
Tails.
Oh yeah, the kid who knows how to do. He's good with technology.
Be very careful with your next statement, Jamie.
He's the science kid. Knows things about things.
It sounds
He
good.
knows things about things.
So we're gonna make him a scavenger.
Like all good scientists, he knows things about things.
Sick. Right, Tails.
Tails.
8 years old. Lives in the woods. No parents. Probably dead.
Or maybe they loved him and just wanted him to pursue a career of science, so they just let him go.
So
thought about it that way?
so he lives in the woods. He goes. No, fuck
emotional
off.
damage will help him with this.
Well, I'm gonna give him emotional damage. It's fine.
Okay.
So he goes. He lives in the woods and he fucks off to this big place, which is going to be called Station Square, because that comes back in later in the story.
Station Square. Got it.
So he
Right.
goes and steals things and makes these inventions which give off a certain form of radiation. And a band of armed thugs
How many arms?
called
As opposed to thugs who don't have arms.
a group of thugs with arms,
How many?
but have also got weapons.
In the arms?
Oh, so that's what they use their arms for.
Yes.
Holding the weapons.
They all have on
Which you
average.
could also call arms.
They all have on average 2 arms/wings because this.
Wings!
Listen.
Are they arms?
Listen, you're not fucking getting it. Listen. They are also wings because.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Why I honour?
1 minute, no interruption.
Because this gang is called the Cuckoos.
Any relation to the bird?
Slightly.
Oh.
These are partially winged people with guns. Shut up.
A flock of
So
gangsters.
they go looking for this and they find this like spot of radiation and they think it's a gem.
Right.
A very specific gem.
Chaos Emerald.
Wasn't gonna say it. But yeah, they eventually ransack Tails' house and go, there's nothing here. We're gonna burn it the fuck down.
Do they burn his house down?
They burn Tails' house down. Right.
They also
like a
out of
monkey.
shots.
Okay,
so it
anyway, fucking anyway. So they burn down his house and Tails has got to get revenge. That's the second game. At the end, they find out that the Cuckoos, this gang, guns,
flock of gangsters.
this flock of
A
gangsters.
flock of crips.
So when the birds
That's it,
come,
we give them little blue and red things. Just not like full on like bandanas or anything. Just like kind of built.
Just
into the-
ties.
Like a blue jay.
Yeah, like a blue jay.
Perfect. Or a robin. Oh my god, robins are the crips of the bird world.
they're orange.
That's why they're such assholes.
So it turns out these winged gangsters have been hired by a very shady man named Gerald.
Oh, that's his dad.
That's his dad.
That's Daddy Egg.
That's Daddy Egg. With you.
Didn't eat enough.
Right, 2 things. We're gonna get on to the next one, and you're gonna pass me a beer. No, don't throw it, please. Just Right, okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go on.
Sonic 3.
No.
What?
Sonic 2.
Ah!
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. So, Tails is not home because it's been burnt down. He flies off because he can fly, because that's one of the things Tails does.
I have so many questions, but move on.
I'm not scientifically answering how that's possible.
Look, I found out about the poo, I'll find about the
Okay, so he flies off to this other place.
Yeah.
And he finds this plane.
Yeah.
He looks in and he's like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
I'm a mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mod this fucking plane.
Alright.
He just he paints some like faster stripes and puts something that sounds realistic but in reality isn't onto it.
What colour are they?
The stripes or
The stripes.
They're bleak.
stripes. Well, I'm thinking he's gonna paint this plane blue.
So the stripes probably want to be white.
Or yellow.
Or yellow, because everyone knows that those are the two colours that make it go faster.
Oh,
So this
asparagus.
blue cunt comes along
Yeah.
and he's like, what the fuck are you doing to my plane?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I painted it and put this thing on it. He's like, oh, don't do that again.
Yeah.
That's that conversation done. They're now friends because there's the amount of dialogue I'm willing to write. And also at this point, we realised that Gerald has a son
What that bastard.
called Ivo,
Who the fuck is called Ivo?
whose nickname is Eggman.
Ivo Trump.
Like, he's fucked. Like, name
Yeah.
Ivo, bit weird. Nickname Eggman. Clearly no one likes him.
Yeah, so clearly he hangs around with his dad a lot, and
So,
his dad's
like-
like, oh, I'm gonna fucking enslave
Is that because
everyone.
he has no friends?
Well, he's shaped
Because of his name?
No, he's shaped like an egg. That's why he has that name.
No, he's just fat. It's not really egg-shaped.
I don't know. I mean, he does look pretty.
He looks more like I suppose Humpty
He does
Dumpty,
look
wasn't
pretty
he?
egg-like, does he not?
I suppose Humpty Dumpty was an egg.
Gerald.
Matt!
It's like, oh yeah, it looks a bit like Humpty. Well, actually, he was an egg, so I mean.
Humpty Dumpty. My name is Gerald.
So he hangs around with his dad, and his dad's like, I want to take over the world.
Fucking nerd.
And they find
Yeah?
they find one of this like radiation spikes, which is like the ones that Tails used to have at his workshop before it burnt the fuck down.
You can't burn radiation.
No, his workshop burnt down.
I know, but the radiation will still be there.
Yeah, it would be. Sick. I'm aware. But they find another spike like that on the island where Sonic lives. That's clearly a gem.
Yeah.
Let's go grab it. So they zoom off in their little eggmobiles.
What's the scientific
That's-
name for one of them?
It's Eggmobile.
They should have called it the eccentric cycle number 1.
Okay, we're gonna call it the eccentric cycle number 1.
Thank you.
The
I
egsicle.
will take my royalties now.
They're calling it the egsicle.
I'm gonna hit you with this pan of veg.
And they go off to go find it. Sonic's like, oh, that's the guy that killed my uncle. Sonic sees Eggman, he's like, oh, Daddy Eggman, Daddy Egg.
Oh, there goes Daddy.
Deggy.
Oh.
Sonic sees him and he's like, that's the guy that killed my uncle. I'm gonna fuck him up. And Tails is like, well, I'm 8 and my house has been burned down.
Yeah.
That's tragic. I've got nothing else to do, I'll follow him. They get to where this radiation spike is, and Sonic's like, okay,
yeah.
you go and look for, someone says to Tails, you go look for this gem, I'm gonna fight Big Boy Cunt.
So
So Sonic goes to fight Deggy, and Eggy
Yeah.
goes to also find the gem, and so does Tails. Tails finds all these like tribal scribblings about how, oh, it's a power source, and they use it to do weird shit, like fly. And as he's looking at that, Eggy swipes the gem and fucks off up into the atmosphere.
Oh, what a prick.
Isn't it? So Tails comes running up, Sonic's trying to beat the shit out of Gerald, or
Yeah.
Deggy,
Deggy, yeah.
and Deggy fucks off with his son, and Sonic's like, oh, come back here, please. I haven't finished kicking the shit out of you.
Understandable.
And Tails is like, well, they've clearly flown into the atmosphere. If we get into the plane that you have, we can go and catch them up. So they go into this plane.
You know you can get crystals and stuff like that at Tesco.
They don't make you fly!
Can do if you have enough of them.
Yeah,
You're not
you can't get that kind of crystal at Tesco.
Well, yeah, but there's...
You need to talk to Jason's guy for that.
Well, no, you just
He's
freeze
a
a can
dodgy
of
guy
Red Bull.
called, like, what's the funny one we had? Oh no, I don't really want to name any of them, do you? So yeah, they try and catch them, they miss, but it's a super plane now because Tails did some bullshit science to it and it can now fly in the
so he's
atmosphere.
just fully fucked himself.
There's no spaceship.
Yeah, so they get to this thing and there's this big, totally not a Death Star thing.
Right.
So they get up and there's this thing that totally isn't the Death Star, but it's still round and still shoots lasers that destroy planets.
Yeah.
And has a
So it's the Death Star.
and has a mustache instead.
It's a moustache star.
So it's an Italian Death Star.
That. Yeah. And
Eggman!
it's Eggman!
Maybe
Inputs.
half asleep. Eggman.
So they go into it and they've taken this gem and what are you doing?
Lemon Girl.
Just put lemon on my head!
Lemon
Eggman and Lemon Girl, the new fun crime duo. They're coming for you, Jason, and they are coming for your drug dealer.
Citrusy yolk!
So,
Yeah.
Citrusy yolk.
My arms are cold, not on about.
fine.
What if the yolk was...
So they go into the space station and they find out that they put the gem in the space station but are not using all its power and that is what's keeping it up in the orbit.
Right.
So they're like, we've got to get this down. Tails goes to have a look at the gem because he's the mechanical whiz
So
kid.
sleepy.
And Sonic goes to fight Deggy or Gerald, whatever you want
Daddy
to
Egg.
call it. Daddy
Did
Egg.
you say Deggy?
Deggy, that's his name now.
Why does Deggy sound like the freshest grime rapper out?
Check out my sick garage beats on sound.
I man know what's up, Deggy on the block and that.
Deggy on the beat, yeah! So... Oh, fuck, where was I going? Yeah. So, Deggy has got Sonic, like, fully on the floor, he's had to slit his fucking throat or whatever. Yeah, let's go fucking...
Fucking hell, Deggy.
Let's go
He
fucking hard.
really likes the daddy part of
And
this.
Tails realises at this point that A, Ivo has fucked off. Or
Cunt.
Egg.
Yeah.
And that if he were to use the entire power of this emerald, fuck, I wasn't supposed to say it, the entire power of this gem, that the space station would fall out of orbit, fall to Earth and overload itself.
Well, that would suck.
Yeah, so Tails does that and it overloads and of course instead of finishing the job because he's a comic book villain essentially, he goes, what, doesn't slit his throat, Sonic runs away. They're like, we gotta get out of here because this is gonna fall.
Yeah.
They then get in the plane, fuck off. Deggy is left on it as it falls to the earth. Don't fuck off. As it falls to the earth. And yeah.
It's
Well.
Deggy live from Brixton, repping the Mandem.
We then cut to a post
Big up
credits.
the mess.
So Sonic and Tails have escaped from this plane. Deggy's probably dead, and stop fucking laughing. And
Deggy definitely dead?
Deggy's possibly dead.
Oh, so that son of a
was
bitch comes
making
back.
unreasonable moves on the block.
You cut to a post-credit scene where normal Eggman, or Ivo,
Or Egg.
has landed on a floating island and is like, whoa, this is pretty lit. Game ends. Next one, and we're going to make this the last one because I didn't write the other one.
Sonic 3.
No.
Oh.
Canookles.
What? Oh, Knuckles!
Canookles.
Canookles.
Oh.
Right, Canookles. He's got a yak called Tikal.
Tickle.
Tickle.
Oh, okay.
He lives like thousands of years ago, and they are both
Oh, we burped at the same time.
heirs to a chieftain or something like that. I don't know. I don't exactly know how tribal politics works, but
It's different for every tribe.
yeah. So basically, they're going to take over from the current chieftain when he dies.
Uh-huh.
And this guy's like, oh, sick. We kind of rule everything right now. We should totally try and take over the world, but more politically correct.
We should...
Like
try-
America do it. They start trying to take over the world, and they find this little group of creatures called Chow. And they enslave them.
So
and they-
food.
No, they make them race for their own entertainment.
So
that's like when we make chickens fight. Cocks fight.
Yeah, a little bit, except karate rather
like
than-
dog races.
Yeah, Tikal and Knuckles are like, oh, we can't stand for this, we're going to start like an underground revolution. So they do that.
Yeah.
And then they eventually end up at this shrine of something called the Master Emerald.
Oh!
Big green thing. Yeah. And the chieftain comes in and is like...
That's got me bloody hard.
So the chieftain comes in and he's like, oh, we're going to enslave the rest of the Chow, get the fuck out of our way. There's a big boss fight, everything cuts to white. All we know is that all of the tribe dies.
Yeah.
Knuckles is thrown into stasis.
Yeah.
Tikal is dragged inside of the emerald, and so is one of the Chow.
Okay.
Cuts to about, let's say, 5 years before the first Sonic.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Knuckles comes out and he's like, oh, my Yat is stuck in the Master Emerald, I'm going to look after it. So we know nothing about what happened, and the game ends with seeing Eggman, normal Eggman,
Yeah.
land on this island.
Right.
Cuts. That's where we are. That's where the game ends.
Okay.
And I haven't written the next bit, but I will do. And I'm going to do what the Sega Scourge
Wait,
does.
you made this up?
Yes.
This isn't real.
Nothing's real.
Nothing
Wait,
is real.
So
Everything's
Sonic
just-
doesn't have a plot.
Not really. Not a good one. Not that I don't. Not that I think, at least.
So you just made it up.
I rewrote it to make it sound a bit better,
Like Skyrim.
like the MCU. Because the next one would be.
Like the muck!
Because the next one would be like the big Avengers get together where all the characters.
All the characters are there.
Yeah, come into one big film, and that would be Sonic 3. And then eventually I'll get to like Sonic Adventure 2 where everyone comes together, and I'd try and get some other Sega characters like Alex Kidd, you know, the one that I kept
Oh yeah.
being really pissed off at in the Sega All-Stars Racing game. And this guy called Vector Man who's
He's cool.
made of nukes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. I'm going to write the Sonic 3 one still. Thank you to Jamie.
Wait, hang
Hello.
on first.
Hang on,
First,
okay, but what?
Is Eggman's uncle or dad actually called Gerald?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes.
You did make that up.
I didn't make that.
I love that.
His name is actually Gerald. Eggman's real name is actually Ivo Robotnik. His actual name is actually Miles.
Wow.
Sonic has a real name in one thing. He's also a child.
Isn't he 14?
He's 16.
Shit hot.
Knuckles is supposed to be 18.
Well, that explains why he's a dick with big hands.
Yeah.
Puberty.
Any other things you want to quickly throw at
What creature is... What fucking animal is Knuckles meant to be?
An echidna. They are famous for having a 6-headed penis or a 3-headed penis.
I would love to bang him. Do not put this in the
There's a
video.
3-headed dick. That was it. There's a song about it.
Is it like you cut one of his heads off, he grows 2 more?
Is he a Hydra?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never cut the penis.
No, yeah, go for it.
Right. The camera we were using to film this died, and I'm really hoping all the footage saved. If not, I might do this by myself later and cry at you. Thank you to Libby, who has been here, just putting up with all the shit. Any stupid questions have been coming from her. Thank you to Jamie, who is. Thank you to Jamie, who's been behind the camera for all of this. Oh, of course. Go on, come back in. Thank you to James, who's been outside for some of this, but inside for a lot of it. Any actual witty things have been coming from him, all the bullshit's from Libby, and all
Like
the,
Sonic Cum.
like Sonic Cum. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the girl who has brought you Sonic Cum. Like getting a girl bathwater, but a bit bluer.
And I'm not selling it.
She's earning it!
It's priceless.
Do all the normal Sonic shit. Sonic shit, that's not what I meant to say. Do all the normal YouTube shit, the like, comment, subscribing, rating.
Don't forget the bell!
Notification.
Bell!
Ring that bell! Get me famous! Let me fuck over the other 2 people who do shit like this, like Carl Smallwood. I'm calling you out, Carl.
This is not very nice. You can't say nice things like that. You
I
can say
don't know
nice
what
things.
I don't know what I'm calling you out for, but I'm calling you out.
Don't
I'm
call
stealing
him out.
I'm stealing your style of
He's
video.
lovely.
I'm stealing his style of video.
You let him be.
What would really piss him off is if I stole the fucking thumbnails he does. And just to make this worse on him, I'm currently watching him so I could, you know, like try and be him a little bit. If there's one thing I want to be, it's Daddy Carl. Thank you to the Sega Scourge, who has been talking a lot of shit with me on Twitter. You're gonna hate that. You're gonna hate that fucking shit up. And BulletProof Jerk, who's also done some shit with me on this. I will finish the Sonic 3 one and do the rest of Phase 2.
Do you mean Sonic 4?
No, I mean Sonic 3.
Shit.
I'll start doing that soon, and you can wait another 6 months for me to put part 2 up.
The trousers are white.
Fuck you, I hate everything you stand for.
No trousers!
Yeah, sub.